Welcome to the hashtag show. Everyone's welcome. No one is safe. Welcome to the hashtag show. Winter is coming, but we hate snowflakes. Welcome to the hashtag show. Chucky Arla, we are the people. You should become a hashtag hero. You should become a hashtag hero. The hashtag show. Go, go, go. The hashtag show.
Happy New Year. Happy fucking New Year, heroes. Happy fucking New Year. 2026. Everything feels rosy and fresh. Brand new. We're kicking things off with a wee solo pod for 2026. I hope you are amazing. I hope you had a wonderful Christmas and a wonderful New Year. Well, the amount of people who I think are having a shite New Year is increasing, because I think as you get older, right, here's my theory behind it. As you get older and life becomes harder and the year becomes harder, Christmas and New Year, that kind of festive period where space and time no longer exist, my man, right? Time between Christmas Eve and probably to the first weekend in January, that's just one big massive ball of madness, brother. That's just
a time where everything slows down, right? And it's a time in life, and it's a time in space where nobody knows what the fuck is going on. Nobody knows what day it is, but nobody cares what day it is. It's not even as if somebody's like, what day is this? And you're like, it's Tuesday. And you're like, no way, is it Tuesday? Who cares, man? Who cares? Because it's a magical time where nothing happens. Nothing's going on. You don't need to be anywhere. You don't need to do anything. You just need to exist like a fucking ball of nothingness, like a human slug. Between Christmas and New Year, you become a human slug.
and it's just beautiful. It's a beautiful time, and if only you could take that feeling of existing between Christmas and New Year and expand it into the rest. That's what being rich is. I've just discovered, I've just realised that's what being independently wealthy. That's what being a millionaire is. A billionaire. If you have, that must be how OnlyFans models feel. You too could feel like a rich OnlyFans model if you could just find a way to extend the New Year festive period to the rest of your year. What I mean by that is, if you have passive income, right? If you wake up every day out your bed and you're like, good morning, Mr. Robin Redbreast, and he's like, good morning, and you're like, fuck, these mushrooms are kicking in. If you can get up out of bed every day and you don't need anything, because you've got some form of income, whether it is for selling photos of your arsehole, or maybe you'd a rich auntie who invented Velcro, something that we use all the time. Your uncle, your great uncle, invented USB. Now the chances of that are slim, but there'll be somebody out there. There'll be somebody out there who's just woke up with doing it. Yeah. That's just another one of the fucking Monte Cristo cigars, my man. It'll be a cocktail soiree, a party. And they'll be like, what is it you do? Independently wealthy, my man. How did you get in your money? Long story short, my great grandfather invented USB sticks. And the rest is history, my man. There'll be people like that exist. There'll be people, we've just come at the back of Christmas, whose uncle or auntie played a fucking triangle on some festive song. I don't know. I don't know any Christmas songs that heavily feature a triangle, but there'll be somebody out there who has money for doing fuck all, and they don't need to fuck all. They don't need to do anything. They don't need to go up and go to an office. They don't need to go up and graft. They just exist as a rich slug, and that is what that period between Christmas and New Year feels like. You don't know what day it is. You're stretching this girl. You don't know what day it is. You don't know what time it is. You don't care. You just exist, brother.
I'm just existing, my man.
You just exist in this ball of comfort. And nothing, like, no time exists within that period. Nothing. You'll be taking things out the fridge and you'll be like, that's 4 days out of date. It doesn't matter because it's Christmas. The rest of the year, you're like, Sandra, what's today's date? 21st? Sandra, this is the 20th on this smoked salmon that I got from that small boutique deli in Pitlochry last weekend when we had the trip up to Pitlochry to see the salmon. And strangely, it's lasted less than a week. We really should have checked the date, Sandra, before we spent £27 on 100 grams of salmon from the small delicatessens run by a Palestinian man who escaped genocide, Sandra. He escaped genocide in early 2025 during the war. And instead of staying in his homeland, the fictional town of Palestine, and helping to fight against the oppressive force of Israel, he fled to Pitlochry to open a small boutique, expensive delicatessen. What a wonderful place to live. Anyway, the salmon's fucked Sandra out of date, and you bin it. But Christmas, you be like, what's the day's date? 26? Fuck, this went out of date in November. Who gives a fuck? And you eat it. And nothing happens to you. Because you're protected by this festive bubble. Now, if we were to explore the idea of space and time a little more, there could be some conspiracy theorists out there.
There could be some conspiracy theorists out there who would maybe say to you that this time between Christmas and New Year, because everybody's all out of sync and doesn't know what's going on, there could be an argument that is when the mushroom people reset society and start to change the chessboard ahead of the new year, when you enter another level of the game that is life. The mushroom people are not to be messed with.
I always start every episode that I do on my own, and you can't see because I have a camera on it, but on the board I will write down some topics. And even before I started this episode, I said to myself, this is it. This is the year of the pod. Professional. Jingles. Keep it tight. Keep it to an hour. Get rid of the scum. Move on to the fucking heroes. Do. Ba-de-ba. Dee-dee-dee. And then we sit down, and I even said to myself, Don't
press the button that makes that voice.
I even said that to myself, and we're what? We're 10 minutes in. Not even 10 minutes. 8 and a bit minutes in. And I've already started talking about the mushroom people.
The mushroom people.
Anyway, so that is what I'm realising. What's your point, Gil? I'm realising that to be rich in life is about being able to exist in that state of space and time your whole life. If you can wake up every day. And not only do you not know what day, what date, what time it is, you don't give a fuck. Because you just exist as a fucking slug on the universal life. That is living. That's rich. Now, that could be a billionaire. It could be a junkie. It could be a wee Glasgow junkie up a fucking junkie close, living his wee junkie life. And I tell you this much. There's plenty of junkies out there who are far happier than you and I. Far happier. Maybe we all just need to become junkies. Maybe in 2026, you should forget about your resolutions, whatever they may be, and we should all become junkies in 2026. Because arguably, again, Gibble, you're going to have from one, arguably, never a better time to become a junkie than now. Stop hitting cables. Never a better time to become a junkie than now. Labour's on your side, right? He's confident he's staying in. There's an argument that, he's going to get a vote of no confidence. But again, because a lot of people are not interested in politics, they don't really understand how it works. He's got to get 80 MPs to sign a letter, which probably is doable just now with Labour. But then, for a vote of no confidence, they have to all rally behind someone who they would want to take over. And that's never going to happen because Labour's fucking at it, man. Labour's at it. They're all so infighting, brother. So now has probably never been a better time to be a junkie in this country than it is now. You'll get your house paid. You'll get your fucking benefits. If you've got one of the TISMs, you'll probably get a wee bump in your benefits. So this is it. There used to be people, if anybody who's listening to this has worked a normal job in an office, you will all know or have worked with. You possibly could be one yourself. Someone who is a benefit fraudster. We all know them. There are people, I used to work with people who, for a mere £10 consultancy fee, would sit down with you at lunchtime and talk you through how to fill out your benefits correctly so you get more money. For a mere £10 consultancy fee. A bargain. You could go to a financial consultant now and they'll charge you £100 an hour. This fucking wee junkie would sit down for a tenner. A tenner. Now, yes, this is the early 2000s when a tenner was about $8,000 in today's money, but a tenner's a tenner. You'd sit down with this wee junkie and he would tell you what to say when you go to your GP. That's a service we need to bring back. He'd tell you what to say when you go to your GP to get signed off. He would then tell you, depending on the council, because he's, every council's different, and he was a man on the inside. Depending on what council you're in, he would tell you what you need to say, who you need to go to, what paperwork to fill in, what box to tick. And then before you know it, 6 months, you're in the house with fucking disability benefits. This is a service we need to bring back, right? Forget New Year, New You. Forget that bollocks. Forget trying to better yourself. Better yourself by worsening yourself. There's the clip. Better yourself by worsening yourself in 2026. That's it. That's the message to take for this episode. Don't join a gym. Okay, don't do it. Because I tell you something, and you might notice this. Gyms are now in the news. I saw a news article the other day watching BBC. I was flicking through channels. I thought, oh, God, get it off. And it was somebody for Pure Gym on, giving it all the big licks. Come and join us in Pure Gym, engage your money, and we're coming for you. We're coming for you. Fuck off. Don't join a gym, right? Don't do it. People are pushing back. They never used to have to advertise with this level of aggression. There was not. I don't remember a new year where they actually had the owners of gyms, multinational companies, on the national broadcaster telling people to come and join them, because times are changing, people. Times are changing. We're all waking up.
We're waking up to the mushroom people.
Everybody's waking up. This is bollocks. Don't join a gym. Don't go on a journey of discovery, whatever that is. Right, I thought in the old days, a journey of discovery would be wanking with your left hand. Oh, that's another clip. A journey of a discovery was wanking with your left hand. Now you've got to go to India and have diarrhea for 3 months to discover yourself. What does that journey of discovery mean? I feel as if a lot of this stuff is not for normal people. I do feel like I'm a normal person. You know, I'm sure I've said this before. I'm sure I've said this before on the pod. And if not on the podcast, I say it all the time to any cunt that'll listen to me in the real world, man. There's a whole thing about uniqueness, about wanting to be unique, and it's usually forced on in the creative world, on artists. Am I having a stroke? On artists, musicians, actors, comedians, people within the creative industry, artists, cunts that paint with their feet. Now, we need more cunts that paint with their feet in mainstream. So the word unique is often applied to creative people. And I don't know if I heard that. I don't know if I heard this or if it's something that I thought of or if I've seen it somewhere. I don't know, right? But this idea of uniqueness is something that I have a problem with, because if you are unique, you are one of one, one of a kind. And for something creative to be good, it has to be relatable. So for a comedian to be funny, they have to say things or paint an image in your mind of something that you know and you relate to. A writer, if they write a TV show or a film or a book or some prose or a haiku, it's got to be of something that you understand, something that you can visualize, something that you have possibly experienced yourself, something you can relate to. Same with physical art, paintings. I'm an old school man. I like to look at paintings and go, that looks like a cunt sitting in a chair. I'm not one of these guys just looks at a painting and like, tell me about the artist. He lost both his feet trying to free Palestine, and now he paints with stumps, and I'm like, that's painting shite. Bet I wish he had horns. So people that do things that relate to you, that resonate with you. Resonate, that's the word, resonate with you. So the very fact that you can connect with it means it's not unique in any way. So we don't want to be unique. We want to be inclusive. Where am I going with this? My point being, don't try and better yourself. Don't try and better yourself in 2026. Become a junkie and live a life of glorious nothingness. Live a life of wonderful, vapid existence. Become a slug. In 2026, don't become buff. Don't go down the fucking High Rocks road. Don't become one of these fucking losers. Become a slug. Start taking heroin. Move into a council house. Become a slug. Because see, everything that is vibey in life, everything that's cool and trendy and vibey is a glamorized version of a junkie lifestyle. Stick with me. Everything that's cool and vibey is a glamorized version of the junkie lifestyle. I don't know if my fucking brain is starting to shut down, or if my body's giving me warning signs that this is it. I tell you this, I can't hold my piss in anymore, right? I haven't slept in weeks. I occasionally get numbing pain in my hand and my chest. Either I'm not digesting food properly, or there is a fucking monumental heart attack coming down the road. Whatever it is, just hurry up. Hurry up and take me, Satan. Minimalist lifestyle, right? Heavy vibey. I myself do not live, as you can see, the minimalist lifestyle. I've got a fucking cabinet behind me full of shite. Memorabilia. Look at all that there. Endless notepads from years of stand-up. Nonsense. Over in this corner. Fucking get the right camera, Gibble. Here, we've got a Cavassier bottle that's an ice bucket. Comedy albums. A dartboard. Right? All sorts of fucking madness in this studio. None of this is minimalist. But I enjoy a channel on YouTube called Never Too Small. And it's not what you think. It's not a support group for my small cock brothers out there. Never Too Small. Welcome to Never Too Small podcast, where we take men with micro penis and find them a partner, in which we try and prove it's never too small. that could be a channel, boys. Obviously no for me, know what I mean? But I'm just saying, never too small. It's a show about people who live in micro apartments or build these tiny homes. But it could easily be about guys with small cocks trying to find love. Could easily be. There's a crossover there. My point being, it's cool and vibey, right? They live in small spaces. They don't have a lot. Things are hidden. Who else lives in small spaces? Junkies. Who doesn't have a lot? Junkies. Who hides things from public view? Junkies. Fasting. Another big thing that will be shoved down your throats at the start of the new year. The idea that you should go a week without physical food. Survive only on water and your own piss. Again, who else goes a week without physical food? Survives on water and their own piss? Junkies. It's about marketing. Everything that's cool and vibey. Foraging. There's people out there. I need to stop saying cunts. We need to get this podcast to a point where a man in the street can consume it. We can say after we go to the hero section. There's people out there who have built a whole business, a whole empire on foraging. You know, who knew what wild garlic was 5 years ago? Nobody. Nobody knew. Now we all know what wild garlic is. Samphire. That was before 2010. Samphire was the name of a stripper. Now we all know what samphire is. It's that wee fucking green thing that goes with fish. We all know that because there's foraging cunts out there. Big buxom women in fucking plaid going and picking fruits off a hedge to make jam. You're like, yes, fucking give me some of that. You big buxom bastard. Give me some of your fucking gooseberry homemade fucking wilderberry jam. I'll smear it all over your That's what we want. That's what people want. The darling buds of me making jam off a hedge and then fucking smearing it all over their arse. Happy New Year. But that's what I mean. Everything is vibey. It's the exact same as a junkie lifestyle. They'll forage. Every day they forage. That's all a junkie does. Forages. They're professional foragers. Now, how is fucking the BBC... Where's Countryfile no doing that? I don't need you to take a farmer's wife down a fucking alleyway. Down an alleyway? Hello. Down a hedgerow. A hedgerow is the countryside equivalent of an alleyway. But they take farmers' wives and buxom maidens. I think I'm creating some kind of fantasy in my mind here. And they go out and they forage for shit. Mushrooms, berries, leaves, whatever else they fucking make into chutneys. And then they fucking sell it in what are they called? Why am I losing my mind? A fucking farmer's house, a lodge, a farmer's lodge, an orange lodge, a deli, what are they called? What are the fucking places called? Where you go? A farmer shop. Jesus fucking Christ, Gibble. I swear to God, man, I am losing my fucking mind. That life is a glamorised version of a junkie's life. Okay? Minimalist lifestyle. No possessions. Foraging. And also, like the junkies, a lot of these cool, vibey hipster people, they have an openness to the universe.
To the mushroom people, they have
an openness, but they don't see.
I don't see colour or creed. I just see mushrooms.
So it's just about marketing. Maybe this is what happens in 2026, is the gentrification of the junkie. That is going to be the focus of society. In 2026, we gentrify the junkie lifestyle so that you and I can become a junkie. Now, my problem's going to be needles. I'm not a big fan of it. In fact, I'm terrified of needles. So I'm going to have to get a wee junkie sidekick that's going to give me my heroin. Because also, let me just say this. In 2026, I do feel as if we're not at the full end of wokeness. Some people want you to believe it's over. I don't think we're there. I do think that most normal people are done with it, and we're now moving back towards hopefully a decade or two of normality. I think the 20s is going to be the decade that we look back and go, what the fuck happened? What the fuck happened in the 20s? We had COVID at the start, and then everybody went soft as shit and woke as fuck. What happened? And I think that we're moving towards the end of that, right? Now, with that, I think we're returning back to a normal way of life. And people who are slightly left and a little bit, soft will still continue to be offended by things. But your average man in the street will be like, fuck off, I've not got time for it. That's what it is, we've not got time for it anymore. All right, there's too much going on, people are skint, you're working a 6-hour shift, you and the wife are out knocking your pan in, you still can't afford to go on holiday. The world's fucked, and people are stepping back for it. So, this is what's changing. When I say junkies, I mean junkies. I mean cunts on the H, fucking biling up a spoon, tooting the broom. That's a junkie, right? If you occasionally do 3 for $100 every now and again, or you fucking trashed your house or pissed in a cupboard, you're not a junkie. Right? If you've got a son or a grandson, a daughter, whatever, who, smokes a bit of weed and isn't doing well in school, they're not a junkie. Okay? If you're not in the brown, you're not in Junktown. There's a slogan. Right? Also, the other line of that, I watched a thing the other day, and it saw people being abused. When I was young, you may know now that I was abused as a young boy. It turns out that you get battered off his maw once. Can we go back to abuse being abuse? See if you are an adult now and you're trying to sell a book or a tour or some other fucking bullshit, or you're trying to get yourself relevant, or you're trying to get yourself out there in the public eye, and you say that you were abused. See if you want to buggered by your uncle. I'm no classing that as abuse, right? See if you get leathered or a finger in the arse. Maybe Maybe a finger in the arse, right? But I'd have to see the size of your uncle's horns. If this should be behind the paywall, I'd have to for it to class as abuse. Your uncle would need to have horns like a butcher, right? If he's got a finger the size, if your uncle's got fingers the size of an Irish recipe sausage, possibly it's abuse. But unless you've had a full up the arse, I'm not classing that as abuse, right? People, we need to get back to the essence of it. The harshness of life. Because too many people are wanting to claim things as their own. You know, claim-tisms. I am an adult with late diagnosed ADHD. Nobody gives a fuck. Nobody fucking cares. That should be the first thing, right? And see, even now when people go, oh, yes, my son, Craig. Craig? Do Wayne's get called Craig anymore? Graham. Where's all these old names dying out? Peter. When was the last time you met a baby Peter? Or a Paul? Good old fucking fashioned Christian names. Baby Jacob. He's my son Jacob, 14. He's got autism. And what? And what? Nobody fucking cares. This is why I'm enjoying this 2026. I feel like we're getting back to that. I feel like we're moving away from the shock and we're moving into the I couldn't give a fuck stage. You know, the way it used to be. My son has autism. Who gives a fuck? How does that affect me? You may have to alter your language around him. No, I won't. He may have to alter whether or not he's in the same room as me. So fuck off, baby Jacob. That's what we need to get back to in 2026. It's not about fitness. It's not about health. It's not about a journey of discovery. It's about getting back to having the confidence to say, I don't care and fuck off. That's what 2026 is. So people say to you, I have autism or my ADHD means that I am unable to be around people, more than 6 people in a room that's dimly lit. You'd be like, this is a meeting. It's a team meeting. There's 40 people in the team. It's a briefing. You know, well, I can't be in it. Well, fuck off then. Fuck off then. We need to get back to that. We need to get back to people taking control of themselves, right? I and society will no longer move things around to suit you, okay? We're going back to the majority, not the minority, right? So if you've got one of the autisms or a wee fucking touch the ADHDs, I don't give a flying fuck. You have got to change your habits for us normal cunts. And we also need to now agree today that anybody who is over the age of 16 who gets a diagnosis of ADHD or autism or fucking Asperger's, you know, because you can't even call it Asperger's anymore because it turns out Asperger's was fucking Irish sausage in the veins and now that's why it's fucking autism or ADHD, whatever it is. In my day it was Asperger's, right? So if you've got any of that stuff, good for you. Fuck off. And if you can't exist in the normal world, or if some of you are listening to this going, no, Gibble, my Wayne's got autism, it's really hard for us. I'm sure it is. It's fuck all to do with me. I'll just carry on. And also, see if you've got autism or ADHD or whatever it is. I don't even know what ADHD means. Let's Google it. What does ADHD mean? ADHD or attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. We've all got that. Is a neurodevelopment condition characterised by persistent patterns of inattention. We've all got that. So lazy bastarditis. ADHD is a neurodevelopment condition characterised by persistent patterns of inattention. Lazy bastarditis. We've all got that. Does your teenage boy ever have persistent patterns of inattention? Sorry, could you put that in a layman's terms to me? Your teenage son, does he ever have consistent patterns of nothingness, just sitting around or not paying attention to you? Yes, because he's a teenage boy, and he's got lazy bastarditis. And the SNP came in and says, I can't smack a cunt anymore. So we don't have the fear factor there. Well, we've just unlocked it. This is why we don't really take notes. We're fucking 35 minutes in. We've not even tackled one of the things on the board yet. This is why we just rant. This is why we ramble. This is why we do this. Because you never know where it's going to lead to. We've unlocked it. There's no fear anymore in the world. Nobody's afraid. And when there is no fear, there's no consequence. So, I believe many children in the 80s, the decade that I was born, probably had autism, probably had ADHD, probably had one of the other fucking neurodivergent bullshits. But nobody fucking cared. Nobody cared. Nobody cared because life was tough, right? And you fucking got on with it. And you didn't speak to adults because we were raised in a time when children are seen and not heard. And then we get into the noughties in the early 2000s and 2010s, and suddenly it's all fucking gentle parenting and you need to understand your children. They have a voice. No, they fucking don't. This is why autism and ADHD and young people is on the rise, because they know they're not going to get fucking leathered anymore. There is no fear there. So they can speak up. Why you not doing well in school? Why you not studying? Why you getting your teacher shit? I've got fucking a bit of autism, ma. Right, that's it. My son's neurodivergent. Your son's a lazy cunt and he's a fucking slap in the ear. Sorted. Bring back Mongo schools. Bring back Mongo schools and you'll soon fucking straighten them out. See, again, when I was young, we had the special schools for retards. Now, I'm glad that the hard R is coming back in 2026. We need to bring back the word Mongo, because I love that the most. I can let Spazzy go, but Mongo's a great word. Again, I don't know if this gets me shut down. You know, it's just words. Nothing I say is, I don't believe any of it. It's just words. I'm just saying things for a laugh.
For a giggle.
I don't mean to offend anybody. And if I do offend you, I really don't care, because generally, behind the wizard's sleeve, behind the fourth wall, let me be honest with you for a second. I genuinely, 100% hand on heart believe if you are offended by words, there's nothing I can do for you. There's nothing I can do for you. If you are genuinely offended, I don't know if I've ever been genuinely offended. I don't know what that feels like. But even if I have in the past been felt real offence from something, then I imagine I went to bed possibly annoyed or angry, and I woke up the next day and gone with life. Nothing changed. It's the great Steve Hughes bit. You didn't die. You fucking got on with it. And if you're a person who is honestly, hand on heart, being truthful with yourself, that you have ever been offended by words, get a fucking grip. But I don't think anyone who listens to this show has ever been offended by words. The only thing that offends me, truthfully, the only thing that offends me is women who claim to have large breasts when they don't. That annoys me. I've seen a lot of that on fucking social media. Do you know, I'd really hate having large breasts. And you go, here we go. And you've got fucking wee shite tits. Don't lie about that, because that should be a criminal offence. And two, any TV show, film, anything with the killer dog in it, I fucking hate you. It's cheap. It's and I think you should be killed by a pack of dogs. Any film, ask my wife. The amount of times I'm watching stuff that she's maybe seen and a dog comes in and I go, see if anything happens to this dog? I swear to fuck. That's what I would do if I was a billionaire. See, if I was Elon Musk, that's what I would do. I would find any TV show, any book, any film where a dog has died in it, and I'd fucking hunt them down and kill them. I'd get a pack of dogs, I'd train them, and anybody who's written a film or a TV show and there's a scene in it where a dog dies, I would fucking sentence you to death by dog attack. That's what I do. So, if you've got the tisms, get on with it, right? And I think that's where we're pushing towards in 2026, is people saying, I've had enough, I don't care, it doesn't impact me. That's a you thing, you know, people who do, listen, I have autism and it just means that I can't be allowed to, oh, fuck off, stay in your house. Don't come out then, okay? Because the rest of us are getting on with it. The only time I want to hear about autism or ADHD is if you've got the proper version, right? You've got the real version of it. Not a fucking knockoff Fire Stick, right? Shitey one that you got out the bars. Pure 100% Colombian, Peruvian autism. That's what I want to hear about. If I can show you a photograph, close your eyes, spin your room 10 times, and then you can recreate that with fucking charcoal on a wall. That's the kind of autism I want, right? Then I'm interested. If you can look at a jar and tell me exactly how many pennies are in it, that's the autism I want, right? I'm into that, okay? If you just can't be around loud noises, or you want it so that fucking people think you're cool and interesting, fuck off. Your time's up. Your time's up, cunt, right? If you use the term neurodivergent, your time's up. If at any point in your biography, in your social media bio, you have put neurodivergent, your time's up. If you've ever uttered the phrase, I'm a wee bit neurospicy, your fucking time's up. 2026 is the year where we take back the real Mongos. Okay? The rest of you cunts that are fucking at it, time's up. Fuck off. Finish with you. There's a clip. If you can't paint a picture from memory on a wall, count fucking coins in a jar, what else do they get them? What else do they get my day? Read cards. If you can't read cards through your autism, fuck off. If you've not got an autistic superpower, forget it. Right? No interested. That's what's happening in 2026. We're taking this back. Right, we've not even started on the list yet. Trump's gone to war. Greatest, I mean, so far seems to be the greatest war in history. 24-hour war, in, out, shake it all about. Trump's war, we need to talk about Stranger Things. I saw a thing as well online about the poop count, which has blown my mind. One, I didn't know people were counting their shits. I think I need to get on board with that. And two, it was a young woman who was counting her shit for 2025 and shocked by it, genuinely alarmed. And this is something we need to talk about. So do you know what? We're going to move into the hero section. We're going to move into the We're going to move into the hero section in the show now. And we need to cover Trump's war, Stranger Things, poop counts, stuff that's on the list, things I want to bin as well in the new year, things I need to remove from society. That's all coming up. So, if you're not a hashtag hero, become a hashtag hero. It's the best way to support the show, support the podcast, and it's the only way to get every episode in its entirety, because now we move out of the hero section, we continue on. If there's guests in, we do the same. We continue on past the end of the council listening point. So go to the hashtagshow.co.uk or go to patreon.com/the hashtag show. All the links are in the social pages as well, on Instagram, Facebook. Hit the wee tab. The link tree should pop down. You know, link in bio, as the online tramps say, you know. That's another thing we need to change for 2026, because whenever I hear somebody say link in bio, I just think you're selling photos of your arsehole. Maybe we are selling photos of your arsehole. There's only one way to find out. Get on Patreon. Patreon.com/the hashtag show. Sign up. Become a hero. Feel better about yourself. get every episode in its entirety and get all the extra stuff, because there's some plans coming up that I will share with the heroes in this next bit. So, get on the right fucking thing, Gibble. This is it. It's the end of, we say goodbye now to the council scumbags, and we welcome into the hero section. So to all the scumbags out there,
Your time as a council scumbag is ending. Become a hashtag hero to continue. Your time as a council scumbag is ending. Become a hashtag hero to continue. Last train for Scumtown leaving now. Only heroes past this point.
bye scum, bye bye. That's us. It's the end of the show. We've just wrapped on the hero section of the show. So there's about another 45 minutes, I think, in this episode. There could be more. I didn't look at the time. I did not look at the time. But if you are not a hashtag hero, then you have missed. You've missed the wonderful chat about Trump in Venezuela. You've missed the chat about the poop counter for 2025. A woman who has been recording the number of jobbies she did last year. You missed that chat. You missed the fucking Stranger Things chat. You missed me ranting about Stranger Things. Not happy, but you'll never know unless you're a hero. You also missed the new section of the show where we discuss whether or not things that two men can do together are gay or not.
I've got a question. Is it gay?
You missed that section of the show. So if you want to see that, all the stuff that I talked about and the new Is It Gay section, become a hashtag hero. It's the only way to support the show. It's the best way to support the show. And it's the only way to get every single episode in its entirety. So when the council section finishes, the show continues on. You go to patreon.com/the hashtag show, sign up to become a hashtag hero, and you will get every single episode in its entirety without any breaks, without any ads. So do that. You deserve it. It's a new year, new you. You deserve some joy in your life, and you will find joy through the hashtag hero section of the pod. So Patreon, hashtagshow.co.uk. All the links are on there. Make sure you follow the pages on Instagram, Facebook. Sign up to the mailing list if you're unable to become a hero. That's the best way to support the show if you can't become a hero. But if you can, please do so. Patreon.com/the hashtag show. We also discussed about the new monthly live stream that we'll be doing as well on the Patreon. So think about it. $8, I think it is. It's a $5 a month. That equates to, in good old fashioned British pounds. So do it. $1.25 a week. What's that? It's nothing, man. But it's not even, it's less than the price of a loaf of bread. Know what I mean? And you get all this wonderful content. So do it. Sign up. Patreon.com/the hashtag show. Become a hashtag hero and support the show. Until then, look after yourselves. Subscribe. Share where you can. Any questions or topics, fire them over. And yeah, love, love, love. As always, I'll speak to you next week. Take care of yourselves. Have a great week. All the best. See you soon. Onwards.
Goodbye, dear hero. It's been a blast. For another week we say adios. If you came as a friend or even foe, then you should become a hashtag hero. Spread the show as far as you can. 1 million heroes or a lifetime ban. All we do is speak our minds. We hope you're Until next time, love, love, love. The hashtag show.